Heck yeah! Alright, we're going to turn this guy. We made a similar piece of this. We sold it. So we're going to make another one. We're going to have the bear. He's going to have their beehive, kind of extension going up through here. And the last one we made, we had room to make a cardinal. With this one here, I made the bear too big to add the cardinal. And I'm fine with that. I'm going to go with what I got. So anyway, we'll start working on this right up front. This is white oak. This is not going to be easy on me. But that said, we're going to do it anyway. It just makes for a really cool little carving. And this will be the second one that we've made that's similar to this. So we'll get to chopping away at this thing, see how it goes. All right, fire this thing up. Who we got in there already? Hey, what's going on, Perry? What's going on, Hobo? Glad to see you guys in there. Hey, Pine and Oak, how you doing? I got Helen Keller out. We'll see how she's gonna run. White oak. This is dry. I mean, it's dry. So it's hard carving stuff, and it can chip real bad. So you just got to take your time and be real careful. But I think it's going to be neat. Y'all hit that like button. We'll just keep right on going. We're going to carve a little bear out. Just get the basic shape from the bear. Take this piece out around the honeycomb, and then up here, same thing. Bible or carving, it would say, "Know thy background." say, what's that there? Oh man, he backed up here with this truck and it's gonna pick up my phone and take my sound. So I might as well just shut up. Sound or did I keep it? Heck, I don't know. You guys hit the like button. Appreciate y'all being in there. Hey, Billy, William, what's going on? Tim List. Glad to see y'all in there. Dad. Heck yeah, Ab Killer 06, man. That's all right, dude. Y'all just be sure to smash that like button. We'll keep right on going. Hopefully I got my, the truck, is that truck shut off? Okay, good. It takes my sound. My phone pairs to it. You caught a little bit of you today while I was at work. Heck yeah, my man. Let's see. Hey, Carrie Fresca, how's it going? Glad to see you. Heck yeah, you guys smash that like button. We'll keep on carving this thing. Boy, I tell you, I got a lot of dust flying in here right now. And I'll tell you what, all this dust, the smell of this white oak, it takes me back to wood shop back in 1990. And my old buddy Billy Rummery, he used to put he used to put metal shavings in the teacher's coffee cup. I thought that's kind of jacked up, but I really liked him anyway. It doesn't matter. But it kind of takes you back to memories like that. So anyway, I'm going to work on just that smell does. So I'm going to work on the shape of this, digging the bear out first because he's just right working height. And then once I got him dug out, actually I'll probably just go ahead and finish from here on down. Then I'll drop it down and do my honeycomb and all that stuff and go from there. But anyway, let's go on with the bear. Dig the bear. I'm feeling more alive than the Jackson 5, but I know I got Joe and Michael beat, so you know what I mean? It's almost not even worth saying. Anyway, hit that like button. We'll keep right on Is it long enough? I don't know. Might need a little more. I'm not really sure. Naked bear some hair. I don't want him to catch a cold, you know what I'm saying? down here low is done. Here looks good. I'll sand that out with a finger sander a little bit. I gotta clean all this beak up and everything. So let's lower it down, clean this up, and dig out our honey pot. Won't be too hard, won't be too bad. Kind of is what it is. Hope everybody's doing pretty good. Hit that like button if you haven't already. If you had a hard all, you would have hit it already. Let's see what we got here. All right. Hey, baby kisses. D-Land Dot Woodchucker. What's going on, buddy? Tim List. Glad to see you guys in there. Heck yeah. Okay. I'll leave that one in it, even though we're going to move it. I was going to say, come on, buddy, let's go. Heck yeah, know thy background. I thought it was funny anyway, and that's all that matters. Okay, let's see. We want to get that in a position where we've already got established like some little bit of design in our tree there, so not too much. I won't have to do anything here but round this off. I'm leaving this flat like I could go up against the wall or a corner or something like that. So there it is. I'm gonna work on this beehive, get it all cut out. And you never know, this thing could chip off. I mean, it just is what it is. This stuff's hard as a rock, but it is hard as a rock, so it might be all right. We're gonna find out. too thin and snap off. Well, I'm having a good time. Hope you guys are having a good time too. Hit that like button if you would. I sure appreciate it. I think we're up to 44. You guys will tell me it's 45. I don't know why it lags like that. I couldn't explain it. Y'all couldn't explain it. None of us could explain it. You know what I mean? You have to go to those psychics, and that's all horrible. Anyway, you know what they say. The cars don't lie, but they do. You can count on that. Let's see how much battery we got. I wonder if I can plug this thing in. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't. Yeah, I guess that ain't gonna work. Okay. Well, that's all right. I'll just have to keep an eye on it. I'm not sure what I did. I might not have the power to cord. Either that or the charger I got out here isn't working. We're gonna find out. Something's not going to work. And we're gonna need the angle grinder and the let's see. Well, that works. That must be the thing charger. Okay, so I'm gonna do sand up here. Sand, clean all this up. And really, that's all this is gonna need. Sanded with a flat disc. And then we'll move this back up and work on our bear. And then we can burn her at the stake. All right, check this. Make sure there's no spiders in it. We just had an unbelievable influx of brown recluse spiders this year. It's been insane. Woodchucker, baby kisses. Billy, what's going on? Dot, how you doing? Tim List. All right, glad to see you guys in there. Heck yeah. Okay, understand this thing. And if it looks familiar, yeah, we already made one similar to this that had a cardinal on it. The bear was smaller. This was smaller, but it's just the way it worked out. But we sold it, so we needed to make another one. Look at them smoke. Alright, that's all I can get to without moving that up. Heck yeah, at some point in time we're going to have to chainsaw clear of a marathon here because I'm just going through a big building stage for upcoming show we have going on. And You know, I mean, if I'm honest about it, I say I'm in panic mode because I don't think I have enough, and I'm just gonna build like crazy because that's the only solution I know. We should have a solution, right? Alright, there we go. Get to the car. Alright, there's that. I'm start working on the barrel, clean the barrel up. Put the mask back on. Hope you guys are having a good time. I like this piece. This will be the second one I made like this, and I really, really like it. And like they take the MANPA eye cutter and dig the eye down at an angle, stuff like that. It just comes out really cool. I think it's a cool piece. And I mean, obviously people like it because the other one only lasted a day or 2 days, and we sold that. So, I'm gonna need the finger sander right there. Alright, let's burn that barrel a little bit, clean that hair up, and then we'll sand the, we'll have to re-sand him to just get the excess burn off and all that kind of good stuff. But this will bring him out for now until we paint him, which he will be colored. Gotta be honest, I like the burn. I think the burn looks really good. I might just leave him that way. I don't know. Let me clean him back up again. And around the edges. Clean the tree. Clean my tree off so it stands out. Alright. I'm waiting for that phone to tell me it's low battery, which I'm sure it will. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna leave it like that. It looks good burned. Okay, I'm gonna do the ear next. Clean that ear up with a this thing, finger sander. I couldn't think of it. You'll have that right. Don't expect much or you'll be disappointed. Right? Right? Come on. That cord's been bad. This one. So that's that. Let's give him an eyeball. And I think I like the bit that's in there. It's a pretty big bit. Yeah, I do. That's gonna give him a big eye. It'd be very bear cubby. We'll go in like that, and then I'll turn it just a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Should be okay. Plug this in. Man, it was bent. Look at that. I already corrected it a little bit, but still ain't getting it in there. There we go. All right. Did you guys see what I did? I was getting ready to stick that in its ear. Hey, at least I can admit it, right? So I can tell you right off the bat after how deep that sets in, even if I do, even with that where it's at, I want to have a channel here so it makes it look like he's looking forward. So I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to work that with that belt sander. Kind of clean that up in there with the finger sander. Just kind of dig that out. I mean, you could go with it, and it don't look bad, but it could look better. So why not, right? And it won't take that long to do it. But the eye looks good. It's just kind of hard to turn it in there. You got to have kind of a canal so he looks like he's looking up. And yeah, paint will get it, but I'll make it better if I just give a little bit of a canal in there too. Might take a minute. Let's see what we got while we're popping up before we put this mask on. Glad to have you guys in there. Heck yeah. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't know about that guy. Hey, Billy, John, what's going on, buddy? Glad to see you. Baby kisses. Glad to see you guys. Heck yeah. Okay, put this mask on. And let's work on this, see if we can dig this out some more. Now, I get a little bit of, take fire to it, get a little bit of a burn around that, right there at the eye. And I might put too much and have to turn around and sand it again, but I think it's worth trying. Because I don't want the right in front of the eye to be clear like that. That don't look right. It needs to be dark a little bit. I can work with that. All right, let's give him a mouth and some nose holes. Yeah, I'm going to use a pointy BAUER burr for that. Get this thing out. Just don't drop it, man. This thing's bend easy. And I call them cluts. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not, but I have a tendency to tear my stuff up. And I'll take care of it and just throw it around and, you know, let it get rained on and everything else, you know. That's just life, you know. That's how I look at it. Yeah, I think overall that works out pretty good. In fact, I'm prone to paint the mouth and the nose, paint the nose now, and the eyeball It's got to get a little white in the back. I don't think I have the white. Yeah, I do have white out here. But the black, I'm prone to do the black now and be done with the black, just because it just really finishes it. You know what I mean? If it gets that nose colored, it brings him in. It just makes him look good. All right, let's see. It might lock out for a minute. If it does, I'll catch it. Hold on. So I like to do the eyeball. Even though the eyeball looks good, it stands out, it's burnt. That MANPA burns it. It don't have the same shine as if you hit it with some paint. And so I like to hit it with the black paint, and then hit it with the white paint, and then hit it with and sometimes I just hit it with the white paint first. But I think I can do enough of a half moon on that one to be happy with what I got. I think. I could be wrong. But I'll tell you, I did a lot today. I had I did a bear when I got home. I did a bear cub and I was listening to Perry here and there, and then I did a bear cub and a log, and then I listened to Perry for some more, and then I did a welcome sign for a bear I already made the other day, and then I listened to Perry some more, and then I did a dog head, and then Perry was gone, and that's it's just the way it goes. But I got these shows coming up, and we got to make stuff, and we got to have stuff to sell. So been working on that pretty good. That's like this here, I would say, just because the yellow will have to sit before I do the white or the black on the thing, on the beehive. I'll have this thing done tomorrow sometime. There's that, because it's dry wood, I don't have to worry about it. But see how much more glistening that makes that? And I think it really makes it stand out a lot better. Put this in the cup real, you can kind of zoom in and you get an idea. And by the time you put that white half moon on the back, it just shows he's like he's looking up. It goes pretty good. So I got some of this yellow, which is the right yellow. Now look, they would be, I know they would be tan or whatever, but they just look so much cuter. The beehives just pop. They stand out when they're yellow. You know, that's the way it is. And do you want to make it look like natural, or do you want it to look like pop? And I don't know. I mean, it's a question, you know. That pops. Does it look silly? I mean, yeah, if you're trying to go for realistic, probably. But it pops. You don't even have to put it on there thin or thick. You let some of that wood come through and shadow it. It don't like to necessarily, this oak don't like to suck that in or soak that in anyway. But that'll have to dry before we can do black or brown, one across the stripes, and I don't know, one of the two. It'll take a band here, down through there. But it is what it is. I mean, that's kind of the piece till tomorrow. There really ain't nothing else I could do for a couple minutes. I could do the white. I gotta fix that. The overspray, I wasn't expecting that. Not to drop like that. I mean, man. Okay. Somehow, it got in my nose. Not in my nose, in his nose. But you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry about that, buddy. If you're inhaling the yellow, I'm probably inhaling the yellow too. Sorry about that. We'll all start seeing yellow school buses flying by in the sky here before too long. What's in the eye? All right, there's that. Got back in there. I was doing eyeballs on candy corns today. And you don't want to do the mouths and the eyebrows. I give them mouths and eyebrows. But it's, to put the black in, it's too much. And heck, I'll show you what I mean. See, I got a battery here. Let me do this first. Okay, so that's what we got. Yeah, until tomorrow, we'll put the little white half moon in the back of his eye so you can see better that he's looking up there. And then we got to do the black stripes on that. So that's not a bad little piece. And I'm not sure what's going on here. It's kind of a morph piece. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, Artsy, what's going on? Glad to see you. Okay, I'll show you guys what I mean here. Hold on. Get my glasses back on. And I'll show you what happens when you try to do the candy corns and you try to do the black. They end up looking like jokers. They look like candy corn jokers. That's kind of silly. Okay, so here's what you don't want. What do you think of that? Ah, oui, I come to see you. I'm a Frenchman. I've come to hang out with you. Anyway, here's what you want. You just do the eyes. See, he's looking off. You can see the mouth and the eyebrows, but they don't stand out like the eyes. See how they're all in there, all looking different directions and stuff? This guy's looking up. That guy's looking up. He's kind of hiding back there. He actually looks like he's kind of got some sinister thought there. I don't know, man. Yeah, but he looks good, you know. And same thing with him. Then you get to this guy, and you're like, what the heck did you do wrong? Did you get your four-year-old to do it? No, I did it, which is pretty close to 4-year-old. But anyway, all these looking different ways, you know. I did the eyes on them. And I got I don't know, 6 or 7 more out there to do yet. But it's just kind of the way it goes. In fact, if I had good light, I'd show you guys what I was working on earlier today, but I don't have light down there. I got light in my truck. I think I got the O-light in there. But I got to tell you, the O-light is an awesome laser. But as far as the light goes, it's kind of lacking. You know? Boy, I'm in the dark. Okay, let's see here. Hold on. Let me get this truck and see if I can't find it. I thought I had it in here. And I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll just abandon this mission. You know, it might be in the house because we like to torment the cats with it too. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I give up. I can't show you guys what I did today. And I'm not going to walk over to the house to get it and put y'all through waiting for that. But yeah. Hey. Heck yeah, Jake's buddy. Heck yeah, baby kisses. I sure appreciate that. But that's what we got. I mean, there's not a lot in here because right now I got 10 pieces sitting down there in the driveway. And all of our completed stuff is in the garage. And or it's at Appalachian Art and Craft in Logan, Ohio. And I've got some of this little stuff here that I've been messing with, but you guys already seen all that, I think. I don't know, you know, but knock out some little stuff. It's easy to sell. But anyway, I got that piece there, the half moon and the black in the around the beehive, and it'll be ready to go. Oh, dude, yeah, checker, especially since Saturday. But even before then, really going at it. And even on top of that, buddy of mine, Zach, he's into Highland cows. He has Highland cows, and people come to his house to take pictures and stuff. He wants one of the Highland cows I got in here, and he wants the one that's not clear coated. So I meant to get that done today. I didn't have time. Too many things going on. Yeah, they were watching me work, baby kisses. In fact, I got one of those plastic owls up in there. He's like, I don't think you could see him from here. You could probably see a shadow. But he used to be on a chicken coop. And I just put him up in there. I thought that was neat. People see him and they come up the driveway and it might get a little jump out of him. Hey, Johnny, what's going on, buddy? I got to watch some of your lathe work there earlier. But anyway, yeah, just, you know, doing that stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. We've been on here for an hour. Yep, 9:30. And it just didn't take very long to make. And I'll tell you, the heck of it is that little piece there, if you guys seen the one I did before, of course, that had a little cardinal on top of it. But I want the same out of this. I sold that dude for 125 bucks. And you've seen how little time it took me to make it. So I felt pretty good about that. All right, hey, you guys have a good night. Catch Creation Dust 777, 2 p.m. Wednesday. Friday, we have our live stream. End of the month. Members have a chance to win that face man you guys called wood spirit. Wood spirit wood doesn't have spirit. It's a dead inanimate object. Once you cut it, it's dead. But anyway, you know what I'm getting at. The face carving. We're going to give that face carving away this Friday to one of our members. We got 30 members, so that's pretty good odds. Hey, there we go. It just hit the low battery. All right. Anyway, we will catch you guys on Friday, and we'll catch you on other people's lives. Just don't forget, Creation Dust 777, 2 p.m. Wednesday. Come back when you can stay.